welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I'm your host, Nick Nack, hanging out with you guys tonight. Guys, I'm going to do a quick video for you guys this evening. I'm downstairs in the arcade/archive room to show off some shit to you guys down here tonight. I actually have some Star Wars shit I really got to get unboxed for you guys. I've been just not putting it off because I just didn't want to unbox it. Just putting it off because it's just like, it looks like a fucking bomb went off upstairs in the Star Wars wing of the Plastic Planet. Down here isn't any better, but it's a unfinished basement for whatever reason. I can cope with showing off this place being fucking messy than I can upstairs. Anyway, always trying to keep it real for you guys here on the Plastic Planet. But anyway, let's look at some shit down here tonight. And I actually been reworking a lot of my shelves in this particular area that I'm looking at right now, and mostly with my Transformer collection and some other miscellaneous shit. So let's just look at that real fast. Let's just take a look, and yeah, this will be fun. So starting over here with my arcade one-ups and kind of moving this way across the room. Just going to do, I don't know, maybe you might consider this sort of a mini room tour that I'm going to do for you guys tonight. Just going to show you guys this corner over here and just tell you what's going on. Of course, everything over here is still a work in progress, but I've done a lot of work last couple weeks down in here, and I think it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I'm really, really impressed with where at least I have my bot collection, my Transformer collection. And so, yeah, so let's just take a quick look around, shall we? Yeah, so one of the nice things about having, you know, an unfinished basement is you basically have free carte blanche. Is that a right word? I don't know. A free carte blanche to basically like hang utility shelves everywhere. You know, you couldn't hang this shit from your ceiling in a normal, like finished, you know, drywalled out fucking basement. But down here I can. And I think these shelves look pretty good down here. I've kind of did something similar to this in the past, but I kept walking into them and knocking shit over. But I think they'll be good over here because they're kind of out of the way. Anyway, man, I got my Boglins up there. I got my Tomy robots. Look at that Alf. Picked up that Alf figure several months back. That's a NECA Alf figure with all of his accessories. And of course, my Johnny 5 I got off Etsy. Showed him off on the Plastic Planet last summer. And some He-Man miscellaneous shit, some Conan garbage. Just, you know, fun shit over there. But yeah, no, these shelves are looking good. And so yeah, then just coming down here, I got some storage in there and shit, and then all my DVDs, not all my DVDs, actually just about half of my DVDs and Blu-rays, my entire family's DVDs and Blu-rays. I don't really watch much physical media much these days, but man, you gotta have it, gotta save it, man, because you know, streaming services will come and go, but your physical media will always be there for you. Just a little public service announcement here from the Plastic Planet. Anyway, that's my messy ass craft table right there. I've been doing a lot of diorama work for my collection that I showed off in a previous video upstairs for my Star Wars collection. So yeah, it's just kind of, this will probably be semi-permanent down here. I always want to keep that open and ready for whatever creative little inspirations I have to, you know, find ways to, you know, accent my collection and make it look good. Big Panther's hanging out on a tricycle right down there. I don't know why I got that from a Goodwill, but I did. I got these shelves, and these shelves are like full of like my wife's shit, and I like asked her politely if, you know, I could kind of like use them and maybe put some of this stuff in some other boxes, and she had a fit at me about, you know, like always wanting to throw out her own shit and stuff. I'm like, babe, your shit is garbage because you treat it like garbage. I treat my stuff like it's treasure. My shit's treasure. Your shit's garbage. She doesn't even know what's in there. She doesn't even like, there's like stuff in there she hasn't laid eyes on in 10 years. And meanwhile, you know, I got all this beautiful, beautiful collectibles in here. Anyway, it's a wonder I'm still married. But anyway, yeah, no, looking good. Oh, well, speaking of my wife, there's my beautiful wife up there. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, I got a little Denver Bronco love up there. I found this gumball machine. Check out this gumball machine. Now, I know this isn't like, I don't show off my Bronco stuff too often because, you know, 99% of my viewership wouldn't give a shit about the Denver Broncos. But, you know, I'm from Denver, so from Colorado almost my entire life. So yeah, I do love my Denver Broncos. But yeah, look at this gumball machine. This is from 1995, unopened. I bet those gumballs taste fucking nasty, but they're in there. So yeah, looking cool. So that looks good up there. And then coming down here, guys, yeah, I got some miscellaneous G1 Transformers, including a reissue Blaster, that Perceptor, that Dirge, those Constructicons are all from my childhood. The Insecticons I bought a little later, like in the early 2000s, and that Soundwave is actually a reissue Takara. So yeah, looking cool there. All right, guys, next shelf down, man. I got a little Grimlock love, and excuse the dust down here, guys. It's a little dusty. Again, this is work in progress, but anyway, I got some Grimlock love there with a Hasbro Masterpiece Grimlock, Gentle Giant, not Gentle Giant, Hard Hero, a Hard Hero, bet you haven't heard that name in a long time, a Hard Hero Grimlock bust, and then one of those like vinyl Grimlock statues, Transformer statues they were selling at GameStop and Target about a year or so ago. Got the Grimlock there, and he's blurping up some fire, which is awesome. So yeah, that's really, really cool. And then down here, check it out. I just kind of sort of have a Headmaster's montage down here with a hard Chrome Dome, and of course Skull Cruncher. And those two vintage ones right there are from my childhood. Got those, really late in my Transformer collecting, so they managed to stay in really pristine condition. And of course I bought the reissues that came out a couple years ago. And then of course I have Runamuck there. I think that's Runamuck, either Runamuck or Runabout. I can't remember which one the black one was. And then one of those, I forget this guy's name, but he transforms into both a truck and a helicopter and then combines into a robot. Kind of cool. I forget his name, but he was a 1987 line Transformer. But yeah, really, really cool. That's a nice looking shelf as well. Alrighty, so checking out some more modern love in and around this shelf here. I've got my Fort Max taking on my Scorponok there. Those both were from, I think, Titan's Return, I can't remember. And of course I got Rodimus Prime leading the way there with Ultra Magnus, and Slag taking on Galvatron there, and some Sharkticons, looking really, really rad. I think there's a Quintesson in there, but he fell over, god damn it, that sucks. But anyway, yeah, really, really cool. And then up above here, I've got Grimlock. He's jumped on top of Scorponok and is chewing on his ear. So yeah, Grimlock's fucking some shit up, but yeah, that looks really, really cool, I think. So anyway, I don't know, man. This is a mild attempt at a diorama, but I think it looks really cool. And down below here, I've shown off this shelf a couple times here on the Plastic Planet, but it's been a really long time. I've got, this is sort of one of my earlier attempts at making a diorama, and it's supposed to be, of course, the ARC, or Autobot headquarters, from, Season 2 of the Transformers, so, right around, 1985 era Transformers, with Jetfire in there, and of course Blaster and Power Glide in there, kind of taking up that 1985 release mantle in there, as well as, Optimus Prime, Ratchet, Bumblebee, Windcharger, Prowl, and Ironhide as well. But yeah, looking cool. I dig that shelf a lot. I could use some improvement, but it's looking pretty good right now. And then down below it, yep, you guys have seen this one too, if you're a longtime viewer or subscriber, but there is my masterpiece Megatron, Soundwave, I think that's Frenzy, Ravage, Thundercracker, and Starscream breaking into what in my mind would be like a power plant. They're gonna take on and get all that power from the hydroelectric plants, because that was their fucking entire MO, their entire shtick for season 1 and 2 of the Transformers was raiding power plants, raiding nuclear power plants, stealing shit from the astronomical unit measurement place. That's what Megatron did the entire time. But anyway, it's cool. It's awesome. It's rad. And this looks really cool, I think. Again, this is an earlier diorama I did. I think I've improved a little bit since I did these. But yeah, down below that, guys, I just got some more G1 vintage and re-release awesomeness. Some of these are from my childhood, from the 80s, and some of these are Takara limited edition reissues and things like that. Some Hasbro limited edition reissues as well, but I'm not going to go through all of them. But yeah, looking good. And then below that, I just kind of got a miscellaneous shelf with just some shit hanging out on it that I didn't know where else to put it. And I got to open that Sludge, man. I still bought this Sludge about a month ago, and I still haven't opened him up. Yeah, I got to get to that. And then over here, guys, same thing. Just some reissue vintage Transformer love, as well as some pieces from my childhood. And it's a little messy and should have fallen over down there, but so I'm not going to spend any time there. But yeah, I'll get that fixed up and show you guys a little more later on. And then up here, man, I got some Titans, some big Transformers. I got the third-party Gabriel, I think it was called, Omega Supreme. Yeah, he's rad. Showed him off on the channel maybe 2 years ago, as well as my old Hasbro Devastator, which still holds up and looks fantastic. That's a not a vintage Hasbro Devastator, but a more modern version of him and a much bigger version of him than the original. But yeah, looking beastie and awesome. I love Devastator. He's probably my favorite combiner of all the combiners from the Transformers. Gotta go with OG Devastator, man. Love him. So cool. And then Omega Supreme's looking rad too. And I want to build a diorama in here too with some grass and some trees and shit. But, you know, I'll get around to that. Got Spike hanging out down there by Omega Supreme. And then just got an old 80s army guy hanging out there by Devastator. And I thought those were kind of in scale, sort of. I don't know. Look kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, looking rad. Alrighty, next shelf there just sort of got an homage to Hot Rod there from Transformers the movie, including my unopened 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray for the 35th anniversary. I want to say I bought so many versions of Transformers the movie. Transformers the movie and the original trilogy Star Wars films are like movies that I've bought over and over and over again. But anyway, that's my latest and greatest version that I bought on physical media that I actually haven't even cracked open and watched. But yeah, looking really, really good there with all my hot rods, including my vintage hot rod from when I was a kid. And then there's a, I think that's a third party or a bootleg Masterpiece hot rod. And then there is a third party, I think that's a Fans Toys. It's not officially hot rod, but it's a Fans Toys hot rod. And yeah, he looks really, really good. And then there is a Hard Hero, I want to say, bust. I just said the name earlier, but yeah, looking really cool. And then finally over here, I got my Trypticon, my Titans Return Trypticon there with Run Amok and Runabout right down below him. I love those guys. So yeah, looking really, really good. Some modern Transformer love. Some modern G1 renderings of some Transformer love from Hasbro. Yeah, looking great. All right, and up at the top of this shelf, I got a giant motherfucking Megatron. I forget what brand he is, but he is really, really cool. Very, very large, 18-inch scale sort of Megatron there with my... I want to say that's Power of the Primes, I think. Skylinks, I can't remember modern Transformer line names very well. And he is joined by my childhood G1 Dinobots. Straight from 1984, all three of these guys are. Those are from my childhood, and those are some of my very, very favorites. And then, of course, I've got Megatron over there from the more modern Transformer line. And then coming down here, I got my Masterpiece collection. This is sort of my Season 3 Transformers. You know, some Gigapower Dinobots flanked in there with Sludge and Grimlock. Of course, I got Ultra Magnus there tucked in the back with Rodimus Prime, RC. The RC's a little under scale, but she still looks good. Springer, and then there's Pipes in there, which is really cool. That Pipes is actually just a Hasbro Pipes. It's not a third-party one, but looking pretty nice in there with Wheelie and then Daniel, and then, of course, Cup as well. But yeah, I like this shelf a lot. And again, all these things are going to be, you know, work in progress. I'm going to be, again, trying to get some more dioramic elements in these things, but right now I'm kind of focusing on my Star Wars collection upstairs as far as getting those outfitted first. But yeah, more coolness is to come. So this is all work in progress.
Help yourself, help yourself, help yourself to Stouffer's Pizza.
And then just down below that, just a miscellaneous Transformer shelf, including some X-Trans bots. I think that's Galvatron and Scourge. They're third-party equivalents from X-Trans bots. There's a Megatron there with a throne, with some Energon cubes there, with Skywarp hanging out there, and of course got the awesome Cyclops Shockwave himself, and the Triple Changer Blitzwing. That's a third-party like KFC. I think it's officially called the Ditka, which is kind of weird. Anyway, reviewed those on the channel a long time ago. But yeah, still looking cool, still looking nice down here. And again, more dioramic elements to come on this shelf as well. But for right now, it's looking okay. Alrighty, and down below this, I got my massive third-party Predaking. I'm not sure exactly what he is, but he is indeed third-party. And I bought him off eBay several years ago, back before I even had a YouTube channel, and he came in individually wrapped baggies, and it was really sketch, but he's okay, and he looks pretty nice down here in my Transformer collection, as well as my Power of the Primes. Optimus Prime, I actually can convert him down into Orion packs, and I should probably do that sometime. I got enough Optimus Primes hanging out here. I need some Orion packs love. And then below that, I got some more awesome Studio 86 line Transformers, including Hot Rod and Wreck-Gar there, with the Junkion background, which is really cool. And then, of course, this Quintesson, which I think is also a Studio 86 Quintesson, if I'm not mistaken. It may not be, but anyway, it's really, really cool as well. And then down below that, just real quick, I got my childhood Ultra Magnus back there, my childhood Galvatron, another Hard Hero Megatron bust, as well as Scourge there with that awesome, cool Unicron transformation graphics there, with other sweeps being converted from Insecticons. Look at that sweep there, getting converted from shrapnel, which is really, really cool. So yeah, that's rad. Alrighty guys, just 2 more shelves to go, and then I think we'll call it good for the night. Just kind of showing off my Transformers tonight. Picked up this awesome Hot Rod, this Transformers the movie Hot Rod. This was a Walmart exclusive. Kind of a pain in the ass to get. I had to order him twice off Walmart.com because they canceled my first order. And then I had to order him again when he got back in stock. But yeah, it turned out okay. So that's pretty rad there. And then I also got a previous Walmart exclusive Hot Rod in the back there. Please excuse the shadows up here. It's a little dark. But anyway, so yeah, I just love that packaging. Look how fucking epic that packaging is. I love that. And I just love the movie colors on this particular Hot Rod. Just looking really, really rad. And then over here, I've got the 2003 re-release of Optimus Prime, and then a Takara early 2000s re-release of the vintage Megatron, with some modern packaging behind them as well. Coming down on the last shelf, but definitely not the least shelf, if that makes any freaking sense. Anyway, I got my childhood Trypticon there, looking rad, as well as, speaking of those Walmart exclusive Transformers the movie repainted figures from Hasbro. Picked up the Starscream a few months back, and yeah, he looks really, really rad. I love having the Starscream with painted eyes. You know, if you're a longtime Transformer fan, G1 Transformer fan, you always remember the original Seekers came with eyes that were stickers. What a pain in the ass. Those always fell off, looked like shit. But yeah, the modern Hasbro version, just, yeah, looking dynamite, man. That looks great. Anyway, so that's cool. And then moving over here, if the camera will focus for us, I have got my G1 Vintage Cup with his Target Master ally there. I forget the name of the Target Master, but anyway, that is from my childhood. And then I also have this Takara reissue Metroplex from the early 2000s that I picked up about a year and a half ago, as well as a cool lunchbox my wife picked up for me, a G1 lunchbox with thermos. And then there, of course, is my childhood Rodimus Prime in camper mode, badass RV from hell mode, as I like to think of it. This one is actually from my childhood, and then this one was a re-release from the early 2000s. But yeah, looking really, really nice. That's a great looking shelf down here, if I don't say so myself. Yeah, looking good.
Trypticon, the Decepticon city, the ultimate weapon against the heroic Autobots. He's a freak, such an imposing force, other Transformers tremble in his wake. Nothing can stand in his way. Well, holy hell, it's here! The Titans Return Trypticon! New and improved for 2018! It's big! How big? So fucking big! So insanely big! Just how big is it?
So big.
So monumentally massive, you will want your lady to avert her eyes that it eats other Transformers for lunch! Oh, come on, get in there! Damn it! Get in there now! Oh, come on, get in there, please! Oh, damn! It's so big, look at all these stickers! It's like an ocean of decals! You haven't seen this many stickers since 1985 when your weird cousin collected those bizarre scratch and sniff ones! You know, the ones that kind of smell like pizza and pickles? Damn, that's a lot of stickers! That's gonna take you a couple days right there!
It's radical.
Titans Return Trypticon comes with everything you see here!
Not responsible for inferiority complexes that Titan Returns Trypticon may cause you due to the sheer size of the awesomeness of this toy.